By my count, that means we got 10 days until Christmas. Just curious, you got all your shopping done? Me, bunch of gift cards this year. This year's really easy. Uh, so what I got for you today for the financial news, first out of the gates, got to be Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett came out and basically told Congress that we are in an economic war. He is he is someone I'm kind of shocked we haven't heard more from. If you know, I've followed Warren Buffett for a long time. I still think his unauthorized biography, I think it was called American Capitalist. I think I read that 25 or 30 years ago. Still one of the best business books I've ever read. I think I've read it 5 or 6 times. Forgive me, I don't remember the title, but I think that's what it was, American Capitalist. But basically, Buffett came out today and kind of tried to help force Congress to do something. Again, he was specifically talking about small businesses. We've, basically taken them out in this shutdown, and we need to pay them. Pretty much what we've been talking about for the last several months. But it was nice to see Warren Buffett come out there. Back to Airbnb and DoorDash. You've heard me talk about them a little bit, more specifically in after hours, which I've done a few of now. This is very 99. This is, when stocks come out, they pop the first day, 80 some odd percent, 100%. It's the little investor that loses. In this, what I'm about to say is what I experienced last time. Some of you are telling your friends you bought Airbnb and DoorDash on the first day. You are likely making it sound like you bought it at opening price, when in reality, you bought it at opening trade. You did not buy DoorDash at whatever it was, 62, you bought it at 80 something. You didn't buy Airbnb at 50, you bought it at 160 or whatever it was. And I know because that's what was going on in 99 and that's happening now. And now you guys are selling and you're losing your ass. You need to learn what a limit in market order is. You need to understand what is going on. It is a shame to see new investors be suckered by the same Wall Street greed that I suffered through 20 years ago. But it's happening. Another high flyer that you need to be aware of, Snowflake. It's in the enterprise software space. Their employees can start unloading. Their first lockup is today. So I think it's about 11 million shares can come on. It's not huge float, but again, a lot of selling going to happen today. a lot of employees can be selling that stock, looking to buy their first home or whatever it is. So again, just realize what is going on in these high flyers. I think we're going to get a stimulus deal approved, at least part one of the two parts. I think part two dead on arrival. Part two, of course, is state aid and liability protection. I don't even know why they waste the paper on part two. But part one has to get done. And again, my belief is Thursday morning, the unemployment claims number, which was 857 or 859 last week, I'm afraid it'll be a million. And that will be the straw that breaks the back. We will have a stimulus agreement. But here's the deal. It's so late. Most people aren't going to get their money till late January. It's just a sad state of affairs. But I was shocked. Bernie Sanders is going to vote no. What? Some things shock me. Now, of course, he said he's voting no because he wants more. But what a jackass. I mean, take some, get some more later. What is he thinking? This is the strategy that hasn't worked for 6 months. So I saw that and just out of touch. Help people. Don't preach. Don't pretend like you're better than everybody else. Get the people that need help. Totally out of touch. And I really hope he votes no so we can hold it over his head for the remaining time he is in office. That would be such a dumb vote. Looks like New York City is on the cusp of doing what California has done, or New York State, and that means shut down everything. They've just shut down indoor dining, and based on a little tidbit of a interview I saw, he's on the cusp of shutting the state down again. That'd be the two most populous states. Holiday season is going to be, it's going to be interesting. It will be, of course, what we make it. I challenge each of you to try to find joy and happiness. And more importantly, try to create joy and happiness for others. Actually, on that front, creating joy and happiness, here's my attempt. Yes, my hair is messy, but that's okay. I don't know. There you go. There's my attempt for joy and happiness this morning. Looks like Blackstone is spending some cash. They are heavy in real estate, as you know, but they just dropped $1 billion, a billy, on some residential and commercial real estate in Japan. So they are they're always in the market. That's something that I watch and admire, and you can always get into that. So, when the deal makes sense, the deal makes sense. AMC theaters, just raised, I think it was 250 million. I think we talked about that on Friday. They said they needed another 700 million to avoid bankruptcy. So they're going to sell, get this, 178 million common shares. Folks, that's what public companies should do. Stop adding debt. Stop doing bonds. Stop borrowing money. If the stock market is open and the Fed says we're buying, basically, sell shares. It's amazing. Now, let's realize 178 million Class A shares for AMC is a lot of shares. It will actually more than double the float. That's a lot of shares. That's a lot of shares. So that is very, very interesting. Another thing I'm watching is Citigroup is starting to upgrade hotels. It's funny. Just yesterday evening on my after hours show, I talked about this great rotation. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I just don't know when. Looks like somebody at Citi was watching our channel and they want to be first. And they're starting to talk about Marriott and Hilton and things of that nature. It will be a very, very profitable trade. It may have some pain early as a second lockdown comes. But as long as the companies you're buying will be in existence, they have the balance sheet to be in existence another year, it makes total sense. Again, some companies are going to have tough compares. Think Amazon, think Zoom, think Peloton. And some are going to have layups. Think hotels, casinos. It's going to be an easy trade, but people aren't looking there yet. And then finally, I'm looking at consumer confidence. For me, the vaccine's going out, the positive news, finally, the news cycle is somewhat positive, right? Regardless if you're going to take it or not, I don't care. But the news cycle is positive. That's going to help people feel better. That's going to help people list their houses. That's going to help this machine, this consumer-based economy start going. And I really do believe starting probably late Q2, we see what the American economy is all about, which I am so looking forward to, because by then it will be over a year. It'll probably be 13 or 14 months of this nonsense that we've all had to deal with. And then finally, I want to quickly talk about my book. I don't know if you know this, but I actually read, or at least I attempt to read, all of the reviews on this. So if you've read it, you enjoyed it, please leave a review on Amazon. I will read it. So I've read a couple of the reviews that were negative, or I should say at least not 5 stars. There's that one star out there that still bugs me. He basically bought the book thinking it was a how-to book. And I don't think I've told anybody ever this book is a how-to book. This book is, hey, somebody read Rich Dad Poor Dad and took massive action. They focused on a market they never lived in, how'd they do it, where'd they go. Oh, by the way, they started before the great run-up, how they survived the crash, what they do when banks told them they're not going to loan them any money, how they keep buying. What did they do, right? How they build their portfolio. And finally, how they achieve financial freedom. That's what this book is. It's not a how-to book. It's our story. I can't write anything but our story. And then another one I got just yesterday. Somebody was expecting this book to have formulas and math and, mortgage payment calculations and all that nonsense in it. That's not what this book is. If you're looking to understand the math There's plenty of books out there. This book is about a full-time employee who came from nothing, understood how to sacrifice, took massive action, and just kept going. That's what this book is. If you want to create confidence, belief, see what's possible, that's this book. If you want a how-to book, not here. If you want a book on math, not here. I don't mind bad reviews if they're fair, but let's not give it a bad review for what it's not. It's supposed to be inspirational, create hope, create confidence, and yes, create action. That's what this book is. All right, so that's what I got for you today. Just so you know, I'm going to do another live session. I saw a post from it was on Bloomberg, but referenced LinkedIn, talking about the 10 cities that people are moving to and 10 cities that people are leaving. And yes, my puppy is asleep right there. Thank you for asking, everybody. He likes to be on TV, but it's hard for me to, or camera, but it's pretty hard for me to juggle him. So I'm happy he is sleeping. All right, so again, look for another live stream, probably another 5 or 10 minutes, talking about the 10 cities people are moving to and 10 cities people are leaving. Why is that important? Well, we're a real estate channel, and if you can find out where the consumer or population is going, might be some opportunities to make some money. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. We do this every day at 7:30. Bye-bye.